Do you think that Americans actually work less hours than people in other countries? Because according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average American adult works 40 hours a week. Now, for me personally, I don't think that's anywhere near how many hours Americans are actually working, but let's look at some other countries that they say work a lot more than us. So first, countries that work 50 plus hours a week on average. The highest are Tanzania and Egypt, both coming in at least 53 hours per week on average. Next are Qatar and Lebanon, who both work 48 hours a week. Next are Jordan and Mongolia, who work 48 hours a week as well. Then we're going to go to both Mexico and Costa Rica, who typically clock at least 48 hours a week. Now, let's see some countries that work less hours than us in America. So first is Switzerland and Ecuador, both average 35 hours a week. Next is the Netherlands and Iraq, both work 30 hours a week. And finally, both Australia and Somalia clock in at 29 hours a week. So I don't think this is true at all that Americans are only working on average 40 hours a week, because most people that I know work with both adults working in the household, at least a 40-hour job, usually closer to 45 to 50 hours. That doesn't account for commuting, kids, everything else that goes into just working your regular job. Most Americans also have some kind of gig economy work, Uber, Lyft, Wag, Rover, whatever you happen to do on the side. Or they have a second job, either full or part-time in the evening. So I really don't think that our culture is one of minimalism when it comes to hours at work. But I'm very interested to see from people in other countries what your opinions are, or people that are Americans that have worked in other countries. Did you see, when you were overseas, people working a lot more hours than Americans traditionally work? When I grew up, I heard a lot of stories about people, particularly in China, Japan, and other countries, working 12 to 16 hours a day, with the culture that you got there before your boss and you left after your boss left. And if that meant a 12 to 16 hour a day, that's what it meant. I'm really interested to see different perspectives on this and see from people that have been around the world how much people are really working compared to Americans. Let me know your thoughts.